am. I'm just
Aw, I'm
so
happy
happy
you're here
that
too.
you and I are here together. We're talking and we're just able to have lunch and enjoy ourselves.
I love it. That's what life's all about.
That's what it is.
And that you came back into my life with a vengeance, and we like going strong on the same high frequency. We're on the same level playing field. We're on the same playing field.
We really are.
But I think we always have been.
Yes.
No. And even though the separation of 15 years, however many years it is, you were doing your thing, I was doing my thing. And then what happens is, God almost like puts us together, but there's no coincidences. So that's
I believe
no mistakes.
Everybody comes into your life for a season, 100%. But there's those special people, which I think that you are. Even though you were in my life for a season, you're back in my life. And there's a reason for that. There's definitely a reason. And how I can't remember how we met is just beyond me, because we have such a connection together. I told you I could think about I had the facial and I loved the facial. And then when you told me about Arbonne, and I loved Arbonne, and 3 times I was in and out.
So bizarre. But that's leading on the same plateau, on that same page. So when people connect, there's that connection that starts from the minute they meet.
Yes.
And the hearts beat together, the mind goes together. The energy can never be denied.
No.
It can never be. And even if there's separation and decades go by and time goes by, coming back together is even more special.
Yes.
Because it's always been there.
Right. And that's how you know that's your person, because you could be separated for 10 years, but when you see each other after that, you just pick up where you left off. There's no time in between.
So true.
So it's just like, it's
so true. And life is so good. Life is so good when you think of it like that. But when you're aware of things and you're on that playing field of really such awareness, you the little things and the big things that come into your life are so significant.
Yes.
And then you're so appreciative towards them and so grateful for them. So grateful that you reached out to me.
But no,
so grateful.
Too. And you know what? The funny thing is that I just had something in me was telling me, because I wanted to have you on the podcast with Arbonne. I wanted to have your support because, like I said, I only wanted businesses that aligned with what I felt like. And you were the first person that came to mind. And like I said, it was like an inner thing that was a nudge and said, no, Gina is perfect for this.
That's so great.
And that's how that started. But, with you, you're an esthetician for how long now? Over 30 years?
31, yes.
Now, what made you do that? What made you...
I always loved makeup. I was a makeup artist first. I went to school in the city, Robert Fiance. That's no longer there anymore. And that always was like my first love. And then aesthetics came into play. And I always wanted to make women feel good.
Okay.
And I always remember thinking, I want them to feel better leaving me than when they came.
Yes.
So when I started my practice and I was working for other people, and then I was like, you know what, I just have to do this on my own and work from my own space, because I want everyone to feel very special.
You do that.
The second they walk through the door.
You definitely do that.
And it's just me and them, and that's it.
Now, when you speak to women, when they come in for a facial, but do they speak about other things too?
Of course. I'm a psychiatrist. Absolutely.
You are.
Absolutely. Because when the body is at rest and stress-free, tension is relieved, you're lying down, you exhale, you're in a beautiful setting, it's a safe space.
And I know, and the music, I love the music.
And the music. It's like you tend to exhale and let it out. Almost like venting and sharing and communicating.
Now, did you find there's something, maybe 1 or 2 things that is the same with all women that they happen to talk about with you?
Mostly just getting to know themselves.
Okay.
Getting to be their best version of themselves.
Okay.
What could improve me? Like they always say, what could I do to feel better? What could I do to make my life more enhanced, more improved? That always seems to be the bottom line with women.
Yes.
That we always, but I always say to people, you have everything inside of you that you need right now. Stay in the moment. Stay in the power of now.
Yes.
Enjoy what's going on. You're having a facial. You're enjoying our company, and then take these words and take your feelings. And when you leave here, if you have to do something on what we're speaking about to improve yourself, then do it. Don't not do it for yourself, because you're very important. Yes. Your husband is important. Your children are. Your parents, they are 100% important. But if you don't take care of you and do you can't take care of anybody else.
Absolutely. And what I find now with women is that, yes, we all think of our external selves. We all, whether it's we want to be healthy, we want to be at our great weight. But I'm finding women that I speak to are more wanting to work on the inside of themselves now.
1,000,000%. That's where it comes from. Anything you do internally will 100% help you externally, without a doubt. So that's where it starts from. And it starts from loving yourself. If I had to tell you any piece of advice to anybody, whatever age the girl, woman, or men are, is to love yourself. Unconditionally, just the way you are.
But now, do you think I don't know. I think sometimes there's a challenge for women to take that step and think of themselves first. I think that's a challenge for a lot of women.
It is a challenge, but you have to make a practice of it. Then it becomes a pattern, and then it's non-negotiable, and you will not deviate from that.
Right.
Because you will find that when you do you, when you do take care of you internally and externally, that it permeates all the other things in your life. You could help your husband with whatever he needs. You could help your children. You could help your career. You could help your parents. You could go around. Like you could volunteer, whatever it may be that you do.
Yes.
But it has to start with you.
Yes,
and
definitely.
One of the first things that, and I can't take credit for this, is from Louise Hay. The first simplest, littlest exercise you could do, because I love having a little tool in our toolbox. If I'm saying something to you, like, just say you love yourself. But sometimes that's not that easy. So one of the first tools that I say is it's mirror work. Look in the mirror as soon as you wake up and look yourself in the eye, I love you. I love you, Gina Marie Christine Cyrella.
That is great.
As soon as I said that, my kids started laughing at me because my name is so long. But you do that, and it sounds silly, and it sounds funny, and it sounds, oh my God, what am I doing? This is so stupid. But the more I did it, the more I believed it, and the more it became second nature to me, that now a day will never go by that I don't do that. And that mirror work is essential for the next steps that lead you to other things to improve yourself.
That is so great to know, because you're actually giving it to yourself. Like you don't need anyone to and no one can. No. As much as we have our support from our husbands, our children, or they're all there, but no one can do all these things for us.
No way. So right, Maria, you're correct.
Yeah, so we have to do it. And I think we have to just make that decision and say, you know what? I am important. I do want to live with positivity. I do want to, and I really believe none of that motivation or none of that confidence comes until after you start doing something.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. That's everything. That will explode like the I always picture like a dynamite thing. Like you light it, and here it goes, and it explodes. But that's that first big piece. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but that one big piece is you loving you.
Yes.
And everything else, that's the hardest part. I think everything else after that is kind of easy breezy, and it'll just fall into its place.
Yes,
but
definitely.
The love has to be there.
So you started out with your love of beauty and feeling good when you became an esthetician. Now, what made you get into Arbonne? I know it had to be the same.
Great question. I was on a very healthy movement, and I was, not lost, but, this was 17 years ago. And, I started to cook differently. I always exercised. I exercised my whole entire life.
Okay.
Never really missed a week. Even bedridden with my second child. I did exercises in the bed. Yeah, wow. I didn't do sit-ups. I did things for my arms and legs.
And you kept it going. You knew you had to keep that going.
Yes, you have to keep that going. And then when Arbonne came along, it was such a health and wellness movement 17 years ago, and they're in business for 46 years right now, so they were already in business for like 30 years or so. And I just saw the writing on the wall, and I really did feel my way through it. I didn't really join my health and wellness company, Arbonne, with my head. I joined with my heart.
Okay. And you think that made a difference?
1,000,000%, because I always say this to everybody. This is the next thing, that another tool is to care about how you feel.
Right.
And be aware of those feelings. Those feelings will never, it's never a mistake, those feelings. Those feelings that you have inside, those feelings that are in your belly, in your gut. Those are those true feelings. That feeling of me feeling this company was amazing, that I could not see myself not going that way.
You knew you were a perfect fit.
It was a feeling.
Now, let me ask you, we talk about getting that feeling, getting that gut feeling for something that's good, that we know that's going to be good for us. What do you do as a woman if you get something that's just doesn't quite sit right with you, and you just don't know what to do? Like, how do you
you have to sit on it. You have to sit on that. You have to sit on that and wait and just wait, and don't react to whatever it is that.
But how do you get through that?
Good.
What do you're sitting on it? Okay, so now what are you thinking about in order to work yourself through it?
Well, many years ago I didn't do this, but I do it now. And almost like you wish you knew what you know now, knew then.
Yes.
I would meditate on it. I would definitely meditate on it, meaning I would sit in silence and deep breathe and just like ask for guidance from God, the universe, you're inner being.
Yes.
Because your soul tells you everything. That's the inner feeling that we have. That's our Tao. That's our original source. That is our, everything in the center of our body is called the soul. And you would just stay in that moment. When you stay in silence and you just deep breathe and don't think of anything but just one thing, you could think of, let's say, a mountain or a beach, like just to meditate on that one image, if you will.
Okay.
You have a clearer mind. Your mind goes into a clearer space, and then you can make a better decision on that feeling that didn't sit right with you.
Now, as you're doing that, because now I'm someone never tried meditation, which I'd love to. I'd love to learn from you. But I want to know, how does your physical self feel as you meditate? You know what your soul is feeling. You're calming that down. But what are you feeling physically?
Oh, you feel a calmness. You feel, like I said, stillness. Staying still is not an easy task. That's why if you haven't, there's many ways to meditate, but I'll give you the easiest way is an image. Okay. So it's called vision meditating, where you have a vision so that you could just think about that one piece of a vision instead of a million other things that we all think of all day long.
So you're concentrating on that one thing.
Concentrating on that one thing. So let's say it's the ocean, and you just, your mind is going all different ways, but you're thinking about that ocean. Right. When the mind deviates and goes to, what am I going to wear tomorrow night for my date? Or what am I going to cook tonight for my husband? Or I'm paying a bill. Right. And your mind will do that. Yes. Because we have 90,000 thoughts a day. It will do that. Okay. But you're just going to take that piece, that mind, and go back to that image. Go back to that ocean.
And you think of the ocean, you see the ocean. Do you hear the ocean? Do you really get yourself?
You're getting right into it as much as you can.
Okay.
But you're not forcing it. See, that's people go, I think it's hard. It's not hard if you just let the body just be. Silence is golden. And we learned that many years, when we were in grade school.
Yes.
Silence is golden. And when you sit, you do get answers. If you just sit and be peaceful with yourself and just, like I said, do that guided imagery. That guided imagery will help you all the time. And you don't have to meditate for an hour. You could do it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever. Work your way up a little bit more each day. But when you do this on a consistent basis, that's a whole nother subject.
And it will
consistency, help. Right? We always talk about that. That consistency helps you because you're doing it, let's say, every morning, let's say, every evening. And then you're doing it again the next day. And then you're doing it again the next day. So it's just taking baby steps and starting from one little small piece.
So it's like anything else, you start out slow.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you say to the woman who wants to start this and maybe is a little bit hesitant, or just like where you try to find your motivation and sometimes you try to find that first, but what do you say to that woman to give her the confidence?
Just I know it sounds like silly and crazy, but just do it.
Okay.
Because thinking about things are far worse off than doing it. Thinking could make you insane.
That's what I say all the time. And I say, like, you negotiate with yourself and you say, well, maybe I shouldn't today. And I do it with myself too. Like I had said before about the treadmill. If I sit down long enough and negotiate with myself and think like, I don't want to do this, I won't do it.
Right.
But if I don't think about it and put my sneakers on and put like my shorts on.
So far easier to just do it.
Yeah.
Than it is thinking about it. Thinking about it is exhausting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And think about it could drive you insane. And it's actually stressful.
Yes.
Thinking about it. Doing it is not stressful. Doing it is doing it because you're in the action moment.
Yes.
You're in that present moment, so you're doing it, right? So, I have a book called Skin Deep, and I have a chapter on meditation.
That was a fantastic book. I really recommend everyone buy that book because that was a fantastic book.
It's like 50 pages. It's the easiest book. You could read it in 40 minutes. But there's a one chapter, it's only 2 pages on meditation and the different ways of meditation. And listen, we have all the resources now. We can look it up on anywhere in the world on our phone to get some guided meditation. They're very simple.
It's so nice to get it from someone like you wrote your book and it's definitely in there and you're getting it from someone that you know who does it.
Right.
Who says this works.
Right.
It's very different than having to look it up on...
True.
You know what I'm saying?
It's more of on a personal level and you know that it's worked. And honestly, if it works for one person, Mia, it could work for anybody. This is for anybody and everybody. Every age.
Okay.
Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, you could do meditation when you're driving. You could do meditation in your own backyard. You could do meditation in your shower.
Yes.
It's that simple. It's that easy. And the next thing, and this is really important, it's so easy to do, but it's also easy not to do it.
Yes.
I love that.
That is so true.
I love that. It's so easy to do. So just do it, like I say. Mm-hmm. But it's also like, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week.
And what happens when you say that to yourself? I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow.
And it doesn't get done.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't get done. And time goes by. And anything that you do, we said this before, that you do on a consistent basis will show up over time, whether it's negative or positive. It will guaranteed show up.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? If you take care of yourself over 50, 60 years, it's going to show up, right? Even 10 years. If you don't take care of yourself over 5, 10 years, it's going to show up.
Right. And you've been doing this for so long with clean eating and your exercising and your meditation. So you're taking care of every aspect of yourself, your mind, body, and soul. You've got that. Do you feel you've had that mastered where you could say?
100%. 100%. I don't, and it's the discipline behind it.
Yes.
And it comes down to all of the things that I've done have made me feel good. That's why I can't stress that enough. Care about how you feel.
Yes.
And only you know that, like you said before, only you could do that. But really, like, mind your mind, because you have to be in control of your own feelings. So if taking a walk with your dog makes you feel good, do it. If taking a bath makes you feel good, do it. If I dance around the house while I'm cooking, it makes me feel good.
Of course.
I love to dance to Islands to the Street Island by Dolly Parton and Sugar Sugar by Archie.
Oh, that was the number one song when I was born.
I love that. That's so funny. Like, and I'm doing this all by myself with my daughter's dog Vito, with my other dogs that I've had, with myself, without anybody.
And do you know they say the strongest person is the one that can be with their own company.
That's very true.
And whatever it is you do, even if you want to just sit down and just be silent, like you said, silence is golden. You want to enjoy the silence, but being with yourself shows that you are a strong person.
So key. You got to love, and that goes back to loving yourself.
Yes.
Because when you truly do love, listen, Mia, there's lots of things that people look in the mirror and say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. But, God gave us what we have, and it took us a miracle to get here.
Yes.
It's not easy to be born into this world. It's really not.
No. You're
It's
right.
really not.
So right.
The steps that it takes. Just not a woman and man loving each other. It's pride. It's the molecules. It's the cells. It's the neutron. It's all the things that like we don't even know. I was reading a book from the Time magazine. Remember Time?
Yes.
Well, I have issues downstairs in my facial room from Time from my cousin that passed away. They're treasures to me. And I was reading when my daughter Roxanne became pregnant. I was reading one of the books like what goes on in the womb. It's incredible how we got here.
Yeah.
It is like
It is.
scientifically, unbelievably, like a miracle.
It's true.
So if
It's
we're
so
here
true.
and we're on this, our feet are planted on this earth, well then God has to make us love ourselves
Yes.
tremendously. The love that we should have for ourselves should be like we are a temple and we are God's creatures and we are incredible people.
You're so right. You're so.
We
the
really
way
are.
that miracle happens in the womb. Once we're born, now it's our job to carry on, keep that going. How we live our lives, and it's so important. And the most important thing that I think is self-talk.
Yes.
So now, if there's a woman that's listening now, and she's saying, I'm really trying to talk positive, and we could say, yeah, positive, but it's more than that. But what do you tell the person that just can't?
Stop saying trying. Get that out of your vocabulary. Trying is not doing. Trying is like, I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do it. I'll think, I don't know about that. It's the lowest form of word that we have in our English language. So what you do tell yourself, you have to be very careful what you tell yourself. So I'm trying to do this is not doing it. It's like, look in the mirror, tell yourself you love yourself. Whatever it is that you're going to try to accomplish, I am doing this.
Say it.
I am reaching
It's
that
an
goal.
affirmation.
It's an affirmation. I am healthy. I wake up when I tell someone that starts my wellness program, whatever
Yes.
program Arbonne has,
Yes.
from the 7-day reset to the GLP, I tell them you look in the mirror, tell yourself you love yourself, and that you're going to reach every healthy goal today. Because today
That's
is all
wonderful.
that matters. And that
You're right.
sets the precedence. And that will bring you to the whole day of you doing well with your healthy goals. Or whatever it
You're
is.
so right. So it's safe to say, you know what? Let's try not to, or let's not use
Get it
try.
out of your language.
Take it out of
Get
our
it out of the
vocabulary.
language.
And just say, I'm going to.
Yes.
That's
yes.
an affirmation.
Can't is a second word that should not be in the English language. Can't. Henry Ford said it great. If you think you can, if you think you can't, you're right.
Wow.
Henry
Wow.
Ford. Yeah. So
That's a
get
great
that
quote.
out of your English language or whatever language you have because it doesn't serve you. And that's what we have to think about. What serves us? In every capacity, but language, you're speaking about language right now.
Yes.
What language serves me? And pick and choose your words very, very wisely and carefully.
You're right. You're so right.
Right? So anything. And I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. You want to reach a goal in your career. You want to find the love of your life. You want to have a baby. I don't care what it is.
I will find the love of my life.
Yes.
I will. So.
And I am. And
what's so funny is that as you're saying that, and as I'm thinking of saying it either way, and I'm sure maybe our listeners feel this way too, but you feel the difference of when you say, I'm going to try to do this, as in, I will be doing this today.
It's a declaration. It's a confirmation. It's done. It's almost that you put it out in the universe. It's done. It's happening. And now just let it happen.
Now
let it happen.
I know you do believe in putting out in the universe, like putting things out, and then because I believe that too. I believe that you have to live, or you have to believe of what you want to happen in order for it to happen.
It has to already be existing. It has to already be done.
But if you think in your mind that it does, it will.
Yes.
I believe that too.
Yes. Some things take longer than, nothing is instant. This isn't get like an Aladdin and it's
not a magic show.
A wish.
Well, yeah, no.
You know what I mean? No magic show
No.
here. This is your belief system. And when your belief system is in check, it's the law. It has to happen. The law of attraction is the law, just like the law of gravity is. We have the law of gravity. Otherwise, if we didn't have gravity, we would be floating in space.
Right.
Literally, you know.
Right.
So this is the biggest driving force. Love is the biggest driving force, but law of attraction is right up there, and it has to happen. And when it doesn't happen, it's because your belief system is in. You have to check your belief system. There's a crack there. There's some type of crack there.
Yes.
It's a crack in the belief system because you're not really wholeheartedly believing that.
Yes. And you have to change that for yourself.
And that comes down to just, again, believing in the practice. Believing in that all things are possible.
Yes.
All things are possible. And that you're worthy. Listen, there's a lot of things here because now it's like coming down to, all right, well, why is there a crack in my belief? I want this. I want that job. I want that job. Because you're not really believing that you're going to get the job. You might be saying it.
Right. I am going to get that job. But do you think when it sneaks in there, like, why does why mean anything? Does why throw you off course?
Yeah, because you're second guessing it.
Okay.
You're second guessing it. That's not your declaration.
Okay.
That wasn't what you said in the beginning. I am doing this. No, now you're second guessing it.
Okay.
There's that crack. That crack is coming back. So there's the belief system is
and
not
you
100%.
feel that we can fix that crack.
We can fix that crack.
Absolutely.
We can fix that crack because the mind doesn't know what's real or fake. We have to keep telling our mind that. It's almost like you're playing tricks on yourself. However, it's a good trick when you're like doing something that's positive. Like,
yes.
I'm gonna get that job. I have that job. That job, you see yourself driving to the job. You see your boss. You see your friends. You see yourself in the lunchroom. You see yourself at the job. You see yourself parking the car.
Yes.
You're just envisioning. You're believing. You're making it come to life, basically.
And you do believe, because I do, your mind does play tricks on you.
Of course.
And your mind believes whatever you're thinking at that moment.
Absolutely.
And it could be something bad. It could be something, depending on you of how you're thinking. But you have to keep those good thoughts. Have your mind believe the good stuff. Because I'm not into like, oh, we all have to talk positive. And life's not like that.
No.
It really isn't.
No.
But we do have to take the driver's seat in some things.
It's the control. You have to take the control. Because if you don't control your mind will control you.
Absolutely.
So you have to, I say, lean up to, because this wasn't always my thought process like 25, 30 years ago. I know that for a fact. But I'm very mindful and caring about how I feel about having the mind in control. So when the mind, when I, let's say, would ask for, when I was going region in Arbonne, let's say, and all those years that I didn't get to that point, was the doubt that was coming in, the fear that was coming in, and I was letting that mind go into that fear. I was like, all right, well, maybe I wasn't, meant to be. I was feeding into that fear.
Yes.
Then when I took control of the mind and was like, oh, hell no. Like, I know I can do this. This is it. I'm made for this. I'm worthy. I love myself. This is happening. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then the energy shifts. And now that energy shifts, and now you can't stop that good energy. It's like a freight train that's just like speeding ahead. And now you're going in that momentum of that way. The same thing could happen on the spiral downward, of course.
Yes.
But you have to bring it back up to...
And only you can.
And only you can.
And only you can.
And that's just changing the mind. You could just literally bang the counter or bang your chest and change that psychological thought.
It's kind of like waking yourself up.
You could do it.
Yes,
anyone could do that. Because my own mother was like, well, no, not everybody thinks like you, Gina. I'm like, Mom, you could wake up and just choose to have that thought because you have such that's like liberating to me that we have the control over our mind to say, hell, Gina, I'm not going to think like that. I'm going to think positive. I'm going to think happy. I'm getting that job. And that's a choice.
Yes.
Right? That leads us to the next thing, which are choices.
Yes.
And we have choices every single solitary second of the day. Choices of what we eat, choices of who our friends are, choices of where we're going, where we're going to park the car.
And I also have to add, though, too, because a lot of, and even the younger generations, they're too influenced by what they see on social media. That's not real.
Don't even get me started about that.
That's when you see someone documenting their life. And listen, it's great that they do that, but you can't bank on everything that you see because it's not real.
A lot of things are
not real. Everything is a performance on social media.
That's why internal work, like you said before, is so important.
It is.
It's the internal work. It's not. It's not the exterior. You know, it's not. And what we see out there, like you said, is not real.
No,
it's not real.
And it
became
funny.
the ruination
Yes.
of the nation. I say that all the time.
You're so
and
right.
if you could limit your time on the phones and your children and grandchildren, like that's my goal, is to limit my children and grandchildren's time on their phones. Yes. Someone told me the other day in Florida that they have a phone check when you come into their home for dinner or lunch or whatever. Everybody, friends and family, you check your phone in a basket at the door. You get it back when you leave.
That's great.
Because you know what? It became such a prevalent part of people's lives, and it's taking away from human experience, like you said before to me.
No, it really is, because it's like they can't. They don't know what to do. Like when you're so involved with texting and that's how you communicate with someone else, what happens face to face? What happens when you have to, like I said before, make that doctor's appointment? That like it's an odd thing to you because you don't do it all the time. And you can't text a doctor's appointment. You have to be able to have that phone etiquette. How to speak. So I think that's what's missing. And I think also because you said that to check the phone, when you're not looking at other people on social media, that's when you can talk to yourself internally.
Exactly. And we should be doing that all of the time. We should be minding our mind just the way we cook dinner, go to work, drive our car. We should be minding. We should put as much time into minding our mind as we do other things, because it's essential.
It is. Now, I have to just say, I want to tell everyone, this is my good friend, Gina Filippone. And this is part 1 of our 6-part series. But we're just getting started because Gina knows we're going to talk about things that sometimes aren't spoken about. Let's talk about things that women... So that's all upcoming in the next of the series. So we really want to help women really fully become who they want to be.
I'm very excited to collaborate with you, Mia. You are incredible. Our 2 heads are always better than one, right?
Yes.
When we come together and have conversations that are real, that are bold, that are deep, that are incredible, to help me and you and help the world. Help as many people as we can and just keep it real. I love the real
Absolutely. And it's so true. We all are a work in progress.
We all are.
And we can all use a conversation like this, and we can all just be honest. And I think being honest and being real is... And that's why I love you. You're honest, you're real, and that's what I love. That's what I think more people need.
Yes, absolutely. And the connection between that is really important. And the energy. We are all made up of energy. And energy, like I said before, cannot be denied. And your energy is incredible. And you are infectious. And you are going out into all these countries and sharing with all these wonderful people that I am blessed to speak to, that I know is going to do such great things in the world.
Thank you so much. But I know I always say this to you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm blessed to have you as my friend.
I'm blessed
because you really are such a light in my life. You really are, and I thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I want you to know, and I want all our listeners to know, that we're going to be continuing this series. So they better catch us in the next episode. And we're going to be diving deeper into other things that maybe need to be talked about. What do you think, Gina?
Absolutely.
All right.
All things need to be spoken about.
So we really thank everyone, and we will definitely see them in the next episode.